If you still write with a quill pen, you're missing out on centuries of innovation. And if you're not using AI in 2025, you're about to fall just as far behind.
Everyone's talking about AI in 2025. But what is it really? And how do you actually use it in your life? Everybody is saying AI is the future, and you need to get on board. You see all these amazing AI-generated videos. You hear about what AI can do. But where do you actually start? Which tools should you pick, and how do you decide? That's where I come in. In this series, I'll break down the key terms so you can finally make sense of the buzz, and then show you how to actually use AI to make your day-to-day life easier, and find which tool or tools work best in your high-tech toolbox. This is the first in my AI for Productive and Career Growth series. If you're new to this world, you're in the right place. Let's clear up one of the biggest confusions in AI right now. What's the difference between chatbots, generative AI, and these things called LLMs? Back in the 90s, when I first started experimenting with AI, most systems were rules-based. Someone would teach a computer a set of rules. Think of it as a giant flowchart, and the computer would follow those rules step by step to reach a decision. Fast forward to today, and things have changed. Now we have what's called an LLM, or large language model. Instead of being programmed with rigid rules, an LLM is trained on vast amounts of text, books, articles, the web, and it learns by predicting what comes next in a sentence. That simple prediction engine lets it generate everything from quick answers to complex stories or even computer code based on patterns it's seen during training.
What is going on here?
Did you just see that? I wonder. But here's a key point. LLMs only know what was in their training data, which cuts off at a certain date. If you ask about something newer or push it beyond what it's seen, it might sound convincing, but it could give you an answer that just isn't correct. That's what's called an AI hallucination. The AI isn't lying or making things up on purpose. It's just making its best guess with the information it has available.
What in the world?
Well, that was weird. Now, where were we? When people say generative AI, they mean any technology that can create new content, like a chatbot that answers your questions, an app that writes stories, or an AI that generates images from a prompt. Generative AI creates or suggests. It doesn't take actions in the real world. The next step is what's called Agentic AI. Here, the AI doesn't just generate ideas. It can take actions for you. That could be booking a flight, managing your calendar, or even driving a car. The potential is huge. But most agentic systems are still closely supervised, because acting on your behalf brings new risks and responsibilities. You've probably heard names like ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, and Perplexity. All are built on generative AI. But what really sets them apart? If you ask the same question on each platform, the answers will often be similar. What really changes is the style. Some sound friendlier, some more formal, and the level of detail you get. Each tool also has unique strengths. ChatGPT, my main tool. Features like projects and custom GPTs let me create my own specialists. Claude, great for refining my writing. I find its suggestions for sentences especially natural. Gemini, perfect for Google products. Unsurprisingly, it shines in that ecosystem. Perplexity, my go-to for research. It can tap into both Claude and ChatGPT models and excels at surfacing sources. Do you need all of them? Not at all. But it's worth experimenting to see which fits your style and workflow best. all the power of today's AI still comes down to one thing: how you ask. Back when search engines were new, people told me, "You always get better answers than I do." My secret? I was simply more specific. The same is true for AI. The quality of your results depends on how clearly you ask. For example, let's say you want help planning a day at Disney World's Magic Kingdom. You could type, "Plan my day at Magic Kingdom," but you'll probably get a generic plan that doesn't fit your real needs. Trust me, I know this firsthand. The first few schedules I tried to plan for Disney were not good. If I had followed the advice, I would have been running from one side of the park to the other at an unrealistic pace. When I refined my prompts and gave more information and constraints, the schedules improved dramatically until I received one I liked and worked for me. So instead of a generic prompt, give it details and a role. You are an expert at planning efficient Disney World itineraries. Plan a single-day schedule for 4 guests, 2 adults, 2 children, one 4 feet 7 inches tall, one 5 feet 2 inches tall at Magic Kingdom. The itinerary must include only rides both children can ride by height. Prioritize Jungle Cruise and Dumbo as must-dos. Stay within 8 hours in the park. Include lunch and regular bathroom breaks. Minimize walking, organize ride order efficiently. Assume Genie Plus or Lightning Lane can be used. Skip parades, characters, and shows, focus on rides. Use US units and local time. Assume typical crowd levels. If rides are closed for refurbishment, mention them. For each ride, provide name, location, area, expected duration with average wait, walking time to next stop. Include estimated times for lunch and breaks. Keep total under 8 hours. Try this on a few different AI assistants. You'll be surprised at the variety of results. If you add your actual date, you might get even better recommendations. And yes, your prompts should have that much detail for the best results. Not sure how to write a prompt? Just tell the tool what you're trying to do and ask it to improve your prompt. Most will try their best to help. But remember, if you don't give enough information, even the best AI can only do so much. If AI feels a little less mysterious now, you're ready for what's next. We've moved from rule-based systems to today's LLMs, powering generative AI like ChatGPT. The next frontier is Agentic AI. AIs that can actually take actions for you, from booking flights to managing your schedule. Of course, these still require oversight, but the potential is enormous. Here's the thing most people get wrong about advice. Whether it's from a lawyer, a doctor, or an AI, advice is just that. Advice. Only you can decide what's right for you. And the best thing you can do is keep moving forward. Regardless of which tool you ultimately choose, technology evolves rapidly, and features from one tool often appear in competing products. Therefore, select the tool with which you are most comfortable. In the next few episodes, I'll walk you step by step through each of the top 4 AIs for 2025, starting with ChatGPT, then Claude, Gemini, and Perplexity. If this helped demystify AI, consider subscribing for hands-on walkthroughs. No jargon, just practical tips. And if you have any questions or topics, leave them in the comment section. I am already planning some videos based on user comments and requests, so keep them coming. Thanks for watching, and let's keep this practical.